Alright.
Alright,
Not bad. Oh, I didn't shrink that down. There we go. Fixed it.
Fixed it.
Fixed it.
There we go.
Very
Fixed
professional.
Fixed it. Yeah.
Fixed
You know
it.
us.
I do.
Constant professionals while doing this podcast.
Oh, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Did you remember to change the thing that said it was my week to your week?
No, of course I didn't.
Yep, true professionals.
There we go. Did it. Fixed everything. Everything's great. Lovely. Sorted.
So how's your week been then, Plebo? How's work?
Works alright. It's to give you some kind of idea. Like, you've been in on a Saturday when it's been pretty busy.
Yeah.
Alright. Weeks like that, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, when it's normally like pretty busy,
Yeah.
we'd do about £1.50 over the day.
Yeah.
To give you some kind of idea of how it is.
Yep.
Generally £1.50 Friday, Saturday. That's how we've been doing. That's the more or less the standard. A little bit less, a little bit more. Hovering around £1.50.
Yeah.
Last night, and I think last Saturday, £2,000.
Nice.
So that's how much busier we are.
Oh, that's good.
That's how we're doing. We're doing alright.
Yeah. I went to your old place of employment on Friday. Not that busy.
They made a mistake. Like, when Jeremy ran it, it was just a little bit higher class. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit higher class. It was a little bit nicer. But when you open up and the first thing you're doing is showing the football, those are the people you're getting in. When you get a pool table, those are the people you're going to get in.
Yeah.
It's a pubby pub again.
Yeah.
They don't do food. I think they're going to start doing food, but yeah, apparently it was rammed last night. They were doing an event for
Cancer research, wasn't it?
yeah, it was my boss's mate got diagnosed with breast cancer, so doing a big do for that. They came to ours last Saturday and went round with a bucket.
Yeah, they said they were going to do it, but like, because I went in on Friday night, like most pubs you would expect to be relatively full. Like
The
decent
plunge
crowd
is
in
very big, so even if you've got like 30 people in there, it don't feel like it.
there. Yeah, I suppose. I don't even think that they had 30 people on there on Friday night. I don't mind it. But I went with Becky from work, and her fella showed up. I think her fella used to work there, so she knew like the new landlord or landlady.
Yeah.
So yeah, went to the Ribble Pilot for the first time.
I can't even imagine where that is.
It's the one that you walk past when you go to Odeon.
I was going to say, is it the one on the docks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've walked past there, but I've never been in.
Yeah, I went in for the first time. It is massive inside.
Yeah.
It's probably twice as big as Plunge Hotel.
Really?
It's huge.
Is that including the outside?
The outside isn't anywhere near as big.
Okay, but like volume of the actual pub is pretty big.
Massive.
I've heard the food's alright there. I've heard the food's alright and the food's awful, so probably average it out. It's probably fine.
Jack Brown was there as well. Do you remember Jack Brown? Don't know if your working times overlaps.
Was he a... No, I'm thinking of Jack someone. I was thinking of the coach.
Jack
Skinny...
Hayes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think he got a dessert and that looked alright.
Went to a lot of pubs, you?
You are?
Making up for lost time.
not on purpose. Yeah, not on purpose at all.
You've not come to my place. Awful.
I came to your place several times for the Euros.
You did.
I think the only problem with your place is it's like way out the way.
It is.
From,
There'll be another
like-
one soon enough. In town.
Yeah.
Guildhall Street, I think they're looking at.
Yeah, I think you said last time we did a podcast that I was thinking about opening a new one.
Yeah, the only downside is the place they're looking at. Like, it looks really nice inside, but apparently there's been like a leak in the roof that the landlord's done nothing about. So they want to have a look at it, but they're waiting on the landlord to do something about that so they can look at it and not go, there's a hole.
Yeah.
We'll see, because that'd be good. Because although I'd still be working at Crafties, they might want me to do the odd shift over there. Or even just for like opening weekend. Having like a few more experienced people there.
Makes sense.
Rather than just new staff.
Yeah, makes sense. I had two people on Friday ask me if me and you were brothers. I had Jason and like, oh, what do you do with Callum? Are you brothers? I'm like,
No.
it's friends. And he's like, oh, right, okay. I don't know why I thought you were brothers. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then Becky's boyfriend said the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, I do a podcast with my friend Callum. Oh, he's your brother? Is he your brother? I'm like, no, he's my friend. I've literally just said he's my friend. Because Becky went, oh, he's the chef at Crafty Beggars. He went, oh, I know who he is, yeah. So I think that them two must have been in a couple of times.
Maybe. Like, it's weird, like when I was at the Plungy, I would recognise people by their order and when they ordered. Like, specifically, there's Joe and Claire. There was Joe and Claire who'd order pretty much every day right before we finished. And they'd fuck around with the order a shitload. Like, it was something we didn't even have on the menu by the point that they got it. So they'd order that. And then there was 10 past roast man. 10 past 12 every Sunday. Roast beef dinner. To the point where I could start it at 12, have it done for 10 past. As soon as the check came on, I'd ring the bell. But now, I'm the one who takes the food out as well. Like, there's no bell to ring for somebody to come and take it. You take the food out yourself. And so I know a lot more of the people now. There's the bloke who always orders and always has it in a takeaway box, but never asks for it in a takeaway box.
Why?
Because he forgets. Like, every now and again he'll order something and eat it there.
Yeah.
He'll eat it at our place. But 90% of the time he just walks out with it. But he always forgets to ask for it in a takeaway box. So I'll walk out with it and it's like, oh, sorry, can I have a takeaway box? Yeah. So last time he ordered, I was like, right, do you want it on a board or do you want it in a fucking box? And he was like, no, I'll eat it. And then he got halfway through, he was like, oh, can I have a box?
No. Fucking eat it
I forget his name. There's Ben who comes in with his kids. He'll get a ham and cheese panini and some of the chipolatas.
Yeah. What sandwich did I get? What panini did I get?
I can't remember.
Remember it had Worcestershire sauce on it.
Yeah, well, it didn't. Did you get the jerk it out one?
I had gherkins and I think raw.
Oh, American grill. Pastrami, gherkin, mustard.
Or was it mustard?
And spicy cheese and mozzarella, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good sandwich. Yeah, bet you're glad that the Euros are over now. You don't have to do football every day.
It didn't make too much of a difference. Like, unless England were playing, it wasn't that bad. Like, it'd just be like people who were just wanted to watch the football or people who were just going to be in anyway. So it wasn't too bad.
You got relatively into the
ish. Like, it's just I was around it, so I paid more attention.
Yeah.
Like, if I had the option to have it on or not have it on, I probably wouldn't have had it on.
Yeah.
But it was on, so I paid a bit more attention. England are awful. They are an okay team. They just play really annoyingly.
Is that your takeaway?
Yeah, they play really defensively and just are annoying.
I still haven't watched any of the Olympics yet.
I haven't, no. They don't really interest me.
No.
I just know some country got their first gold medal ever.
I think there's a couple.
Yeah, there's a couple
like
that
one or
have
two
happened.
that haven't had a gold medal in over 100 years.
The Chinese government were very upset that people from Hong Kong cheered when Japan won over them, because that's how China do.
Yeah, it's a weird fucking thing that China and Hong Kong and Japan.
Taiwan as well, yeah. It's
all very strange. And then you had the American gymnast that's basically just walked out.
Yeah.
I think I didn't realise until the other day as well. It wasn't just because she like anxiety, depression. She's got ADHD, but because it's in Tokyo, she wasn't allowed to take her tablets with her because they're opioids.
Yep.
So she's had to come off her medications for like a couple of weeks, and like her head's all over the place.
Yep.
Like, no wonder she's ended up quitting and going, no, I can't do this. It's too much.
Yeah, no, completely fair. I didn't read into it. I just know that she'd backed out.
So yeah, she ended up backing out, and saying, no.
Yeah, there's
I can't do this, mental health reasons, and then her medical records have since been leaked, and it's come out that she's got ADHD.
Yeah.
And she's obviously not allowed to take her medicine for it.
What was the German gymnastics, I think it was. They didn't wear the stupid fucking bikini that is demanded by the Olympics. They wore like full body covering things and got like a massive fine. And then Pink, the singer Pink, came out and was like, yeah, no, I'm paying that. That's fucking ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous.
No, there's no need to, like, if you're judging it, you don't need to see a certain amount of skin to understand how well executed something was. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think with stuff like that, it's right. Choose. Just pick whichever one you're most
but it's
comfortable in.
Tradition, and it's always been this way. It's like, all right, so was a lot of things. A lot of things were tradition that we've then gone, oh, actually, that makes no sense. Let's just sack that off.
Yeah, I think common sense rule there would be, it's up to you guys. You either, as a team, wear the traditional stuff, or as a team, wear this new full body suit or whatever. Figure it out between yourselves.
Fucking breakdancing's coming into the Olympics, which is fun. Next time, 4 years. Well, 3 years from now.
I still don't get the whole let's make a horse dance.
What's it called? I can't even remember what it's called.
Horse dancing.
No, it's got a stupid name.
It's like, I want to say it's triage, but it's not triage.
No, it's something like that.
I always call it triage, but it's not triage because triage is something that I have to do for work. But it's something like triage. Dressage. Is it dressage?
Dressage. Yep, dressage. I just googled it.
Yeah.
I searched what's the horse dancing called.
I'm surprised that that's still a thing.
Yeah.
It's a bit demeaning, isn't it?
It's weird.
It's a very weird thing to do.
Make a horse dance.
Yeah.
It's like as long as it doesn't hurt the horse, I don't care.
Just, I don't know, a bit pointless to me.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Let's make this horse dancing do some unnatural things it wouldn't be able to do normally.
Thingy. Skateboarding's in. Skateboarding's in the Olympics now. That's fun, and I like that. I think the kid that won gold. Have you
Was
ever?
she like the 14-year-old?
Probably, I wouldn't be surprised. But have you ever gone on to Tony Hawk's Twitter?
No, but the only thing that I obviously know about Tony Hawk is that he was a very good skateboarder.
Yep.
And the fact that nowadays he often gets mistaken by people, and people constantly go up to him and say, "Do you know that you look like Tony Hawk?"
Yep. That's his entire thing.
Yeah.
Is like he is even like he's gone to the airport and the person takes his passport and go, "Oh, you're called Tony Hawk, like that skateboarding guy." And he goes, "Yeah." And they go, "Oh, and you kind of look like him as well. That's weird. What a coincidence." And he's like, "Yeah."
At what point do you go, "Oh fuck, this is actually Tony Hawk"?
Yeah, but the kid who won gold, I am certain they must be in on it. 100% certain they must be in on it, because they tweeted out a photo of like, "Oh hey, right after I won, this guy came up to me, and the only reason I took a picture with him is because he kind of looks like Tony Hawk."
That's
fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was the skateboarder, or it might have been one of the BMXers that were like 14. She's one of like the youngest ever to win a gold at Olympics.
Yeah. The guy with the avatar haircut won windsurfing. Avatar: The Last Airbender. He had a blue arrow shaved into his head.
Oh, okay. I predicted rightly that the trans woman from New Zealand would win the deadlifting.
It doesn't matter. Like, good job.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Got it right. I knew.
Good on you. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how long does the Olympics last. I feel like it's ages. It's like, it must be at least like a month.
Month, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get the Winter Olympics.
The Winter Olympics is always better.
Yeah. It's all about going fast.
Yeah. I think they've got like more varied stuff as well.
Yeah, I can't remember which comedian it was. There's been a few said it, but the ones that are like, "Oh yeah, because we have no idea how fast these people are going." Every Olympic sport should have a regular bloke also competing.
I think it was Bill Burr.
Yeah. Like, just sat there, like, doing his best. Doing the best, trying to give you a comparison. But I also think, like, either just one person or its entire own Olympics, its entire own thing, let people drug up. Let people do roids. Let people do fucking sharks adrenaline. Let people go mental.
Yeah.
And see what, like, peak, absolute, push to the extremes performance is like.
Yep. I think it was Bill Burr that said, "I don't think we quite realise how quick, like, the 100-metre sprinters are."
Yeah.
So just one guy in the final just gets picked out of the crowd. Right,
Yep.
you.
Yep.
You're in the final. You're in.
That reminds me of, like, because if that was real, you know for a fact in, like, 50 years, there'd be a film come out about the guy who actually won. Guy picked out the crowd who happened to win, for whatever reason. No training, nothing, just fucking beats everyone.
Yeah.
Just because everyone else does shit, or something like that. But, it reminds me, in Peru, I think it's Peru, like, they had, back in olden times, when kings were a thing, and all that wank, they had a day called King for a Day, which is a random person would be chosen. It's like, alright, you're king for today, and then you're going to get sacrificed at the end of the day to the god. To the gods. Whoever. But you get to have a fun day being king, ordering people around and, you know, having all the sex you want and eating all the food that you want. You get sacrificed at the end of the day, but you get to have a good day.
Okay.
There was one occasion where this guy's like, they're like, alright, you're king for a day. And then at like 3 PM, the actual king fucking dies. And everyone goes, oh, well, I suppose that counts as a sacrifice. So fuck it, you're permanent king now.
Did this king not have any children?
No. So alright, you're king now. And he had a very prosperous life. Just carrying on doing a good job.
Good job to that man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really heard much else about the Olympics. 3 Jamaican women won I think it was either the 100 meters or the 200 meters yesterday, the day before. Gold, silver, and bronze.
Oh, yeah. You see the American relay team. Fucking mental. So fast.
One of the ones that they've always been very good at.
Yeah.
Even Caitlyn Jenner, when she wasn't Caitlyn Jenner and was in the Olympics, I think she was part of the relay team.
So I remember watching. It sounds like kind of racist, all in all, but I remember watching News Round around the time of must have been like the 2012 Olympics or before. No, it must have been like the 2008 Olympics because I was watching News Round. So it must have been like 12, 13 or something. But they did a bit on, was like, why do people from like Jamaica and people around I think it was like they were looking at Kenyan runners.
Yeah, it's all got to do with quick twitch fibres in the muscles
and they went like proper in depth. They were like, okay, well, a lot of people from Kenya, they tend to live like higher up on a mountain, so they're used to having a lot less oxygen. So when they do come to like ground level, sea level, you've got a lot more oxygen in your blood, so you're not getting lactic acid build up nearly as quickly.
Yeah,
because you're getting way more oxygen than your body's used to.
Yeah.
Also, they were like, I can't remember how they phrased it, but it was essentially, yeah, people from here have an ass. They have like their bone structure is just different, so they have a more prominent ass. But it means that it puts way more strain on the hamstrings and the back of the leg muscle, so they build up leg muscle a lot quicker.
Yep.
And they were like, oh, also, they have a diet that tends to include a lot of these things. It was like a lot of different kinds of potato and starch. Like that's actually like really good for consistent long distance running.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, and yeah, it's all got to do with like speed runners and stuff, like fast. They've got something to do with the DNA that's like faster twitching muscles, so they can run faster. I think this is only maybe the first time that I've come around that Charlie's just come sat next to me.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get Charlie Cam going on.
Charlie Cam.
There she is.
There she is indeed. Genius.
Smart cat. Oh no, the camera fell down. How are we doing? Is that right?
About right, I think. Thereabouts.
There we go.
Sorted.
I watched a really good video the other day. It was like a week ago. But there's a guy called Laser Eye Patch Wolf, or Super Eye Patch Wolf, on YouTube, and I follow him on Twitter. And I just go on one day, and his Twitter just like has a thread that is like 50 tweets long. I'm like, okay, something's up. What's this about? And it's just him talking about how he bought a PC from Dell for editing and stuff. Spent like $3,500 on it because he needs it for editing, he needs it for work, he needs it for all these different things. And he boots it up, and it takes like 2 minutes to boot up. My PC isn't super high end, and mine's up and 100% ready to go in less than 30 seconds. He was like, yeah, it took like 2 minutes. And it's just every step of the way, like, after a little while, he realizes he fucked up. He bought regular hard drives, as opposed to SSDs. In the drop downs, like, he didn't select SSDs. He made a mistake. He fucked up.
Yeah.
Tries to talk to Dell about it. They can't help him. It's out of the 2-week return period. He's like, right, fuck. Right, I need at least a boot drive. So he's like, okay. Opens up the PC. Doesn't have an M.2 slot. He's like, alright, well, I've got to get a caddy. Where can I get this caddy? Nowhere sells them. He has to go through Dell for the post-purchase team to get a caddy that slots in the front. It's like, alright, that's not enough. It then has to have the card slot in it so I can put the card in it. And he's like, oh, this whole faff that I think lasted months. He finally made a video on it. It's a half-hour-long video of him just going through everything that happened. And, like, one of the last parts of it, he was talking about how this woman called him, who he referred to as the closer. She was like, nope, I'm just from customer services. We want to talk to you about what's gone on. I would like to fix what has gone wrong. And after the very long conversation, she goes, okay, well, the way I see it, we've got two options. Either we refund you for the cost of the caddies, or you return the thing for a full refund. These are your options. And then he's like, well, I don't think anybody else would have gotten this treatment. The only reason I'm getting this treatment is because I have a YouTube following. He has like 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. He's like, I don't think any regular customer would have gotten this. But by this point, he is so defeated, so fucking sad about it. He posts on Twitter. He was like, alright, what do I do? Just puts a poll up. People decide, just take the fucking refund, you idiot. He's like, okay. Sends the PC back. It's back a week later. It just came back. Everything in it, just the PC came back. Like, he's got a new PC that just turned up back at his house. And he's like, it's cursed. It won't leave. It won't go away. He managed to get it sorted. He's got a PC now. He's sorted it out. But, fuck, it's one of those things where just, like, every step of the way, everything gets worse. It's like, I don't know if you were there on the day, but it was when I was, like, 3 hours late to work once. When we both worked at HGS.
Possibly.
It was because, quick, very brief version of the story. I woke up only like 5 minutes late. 5 minutes later than I would have done. But I was like, I'm not going to make it to work on time if I just walk to work. I'm going to have to get the bus. Fuck, I don't have enough change. I do have a bus voucher though. From when I bought a weekly ticket a few weeks ago. It's got like £3 on it. I'll just get that. So I walk on the bus and I'm like, hi, I don't have cash, but I've got my bus voucher. And he was like, no, you've got to get cash from the bus station. I'm like, what? That's ridiculous. He's like, yeah, sorry, no, I can't take it. I was like, fuck, right, fine. So then I walk to the bus station and I ask a bus driver walking past. I was like, oh, really sorry, mate, do you know where the office is? I've got to get the voucher, like, got to get cash for it. And he was like, oh yeah, it doesn't open till 9. This is at like 7:30 in the morning because I'm running late for work. And I'm like, oh, right, shit. Still in my head, I'm like, it'll be quicker to get the bus. So I'm like, right, fuck. So I kind of like run home because I'm like, right, I've got a scratch card with like £3 on it. So I get my scratch card, run back, hit up the Tesco near the bus station, just down from 12 Tellers. Go in. There you go. And they're like, oh, really sorry, it's not scanning. I'm like, what? No. Right, fine. So I start walking to work. Because I'm like, right, fine. It's my last fucking option. And then I get to the Tesco at the Adelphi roundabout. And I thought, right, fuck it. No, I'm getting this fucking cash off this scratch card. Take it in. They're like, yep, no problem. There's your £4. And then I get the bus to work. And then James Spratt, like, I walk in. And he goes, Callum, why are you so late? And I was like, do you want me to go through it? Or do you want to accept it's been a shitty morning and I'm late?
What did he say?
I think he said, Alright, we'll leave it for now, but we'll go over it later. Never did.
Yeah.
Shitty morning. That was a bad one. That was almost as bad as again, woke up like 5 minutes late for work, no cash, no money for a taxi, can't get the bus. And I go, right, so I full on march it. That is when I first started walking to work from there, that was a 45-minute walk. I got it down to 22 minutes.
Yep.
Properly charging. So I'm charging all the way down there. I get to that gate in between like Tesco and Subway.
And it's like a minute.
2 minutes.
Yeah. You're like,
And I look at my phone and I go, it's not enough time.
I am going to be sick. Bye.
Yep. Because I was like, if I'm late again, I'm getting a warning. I've only been sick once. Hi, I'm really, really sorry. I've made it all the way to work. I've just been sick in the toilets. I'm going to have to go home. I'm really, really sorry. They're like, all right, no worries. Try and ring ahead next time. I was like, yeah, but I've walked all the way to work. Shut up.
Yep.
And then just went home and had the day off. Ooh.
We're trying to explain Neville to people. The other I don't know how you'd explain Neville to anybody. He's just a ridiculous human being. Because
Inept, sweet old man.
yeah, pretty much. We're saying that when do you remember Cameron?
I do.
He's now my coach at work. We were talking about how, like, he got Neville from being an inept old man to absolutely smashing it. Call quality, like, above 95%. Average handling time, below 300. All of it. And then Neville went on to it was like Dan Rowland's team.
I remember, I think the lowest my average handling time was at one point, like it was less than 100 seconds. But you know what fucked me off? And that I don't know if you'd have ever noticed. But the way their queuing system works doesn't work the same as every other call centre.
Yeah, the lower your average handling time is, the more calls you're going to get because it's lower than everybody else's.
Yeah. So the way it works is it works out that... So if me and you both get a phone call at the exact same time, start of the morning, yours lasts 5 minutes, mine lasts 2 minutes. Or let's say we come off the phone at the same time.
Yeah.
Yours lasted 5 minutes, mine lasted 2 minutes. I'd get another phone call before you would.
Yeah.
If that phone call only lasts a minute, I'd get another phone call before you would.
Yeah.
If that again only lasts a minute, I'd get another phone call before you would. And then if I get another one that's a minute and a half long, that's when you get a phone call.
Yeah.
Unless there's a queue, obviously, because the queue means like you're not going to sit there not taking a call because you. Yeah.
That's why I always said to people that I worked with, well, on that department, don't rush your calls. There's no point rushing your calls. Take your time. The only time that you need to start rushing your calls is if we're queuing.
Yep. I never rushed them. It's just
You're as efficient like me.
yeah, like I'm gonna be on this phone call for a minute and a half. There's no benefit of me being on for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Other than it makes it easy for me and I'll take less calls. It is better for the business. It's better for me if I'm just off the phone quicker.
Yep.
I was annoyed that you reminded me of that meeting with Dean. Pissed me off because I completely forgotten. 100% gone out of my mind. Deleted.
No, it's back.
It's back and it pissed me off. Oh, sorry,
that's the sort of shit that you think about just as you're falling asleep.
Yep.
And it winds you up that much that you don't go to sleep for 2 hours. Yeah, that was a piss take, that one. in Dean Smith, and ended up getting a coach role, then went to Aegon, and then came back because he didn't like his manager.
Ridiculous.
And then it ended up coming on to Help to Save, which we didn't mind because he was, competent at his job, and then quit like 2 months later because COVID hit and he didn't feel safe at work.
Right, we're going to take a brief break while I help bring in the shopping.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.